Hello everyone, welcome back to Baruch Nation. Let's go for a drive. This is the nighttime snow edition. Gonna take my time. No highway this time, even though it should be. It's not really. The snow's not heavy, so it shouldn't be a problem. But we're gonna play it safe. All right, there's enough snow on the ground to be slippery. All right, so the vehicle treads are gonna get full. When you try to brake, the tires are just gonna slip because it's gonna be snow on snow contact. So you gotta take it easy, drive slow and steady, get you home safe. All right. I don't drive like other YouTubers, right? My vehicle's, I'm not running from the police. My vehicle's not on fire. Monster's not chasing me. So I don't need to speed, right? Besides, that's why I drive a luxury vehicle. It's all about the comfort. All right. When I get something sporty, you know, on occasion, yeah, we'll put the pedal down. But I much rather prefer the comfort luxury drive. All right. Don't get me wrong. I would love to get an AMG something or a Nissan GTR, right? You know, something that's got some, right? I don't really see myself in a Hellcat, right? If I was gonna get one, it would be the Charger, not the Challenger. I prefer four-door vehicles. Personal preference, right? There's nothing wrong with the two doors. My first, my first two cars were two doors, and I loved them. I had no problems with them, right? But once I got into the world, like it just, if it's a sporty, like for instance, if I got a Porsche, 2 seats, 2 doors, no problem, right? It's just, I hate having, even though it's not really the driver, right? Most of the time it's the passenger just gotta wait, lean the seat forward, let the people get in the back, then push the seat back and then head on their way, right? Normally, you know, the driver doesn't really have to do that, so it's not that big a deal, right? To be 100% honest, right? But for me personally, if there's a 4-door option, I'll go for that, right? Of course, if it's a 2-door vehicle, GTs, that's the way I go. I prefer a GT. I prefer more comfort focused, even though not all of them are that, but I prefer more comfort focused over speed. So like for instance, if I was ever gonna get a McLaren, it would be the GT, right? I don't see myself going for the track, period, right? Now, once again, if I had the vehicle, I'd probably try to figure out where the closest track was, and then the weekends make it a regular thing. But as of right now, I don't even know where the closest track to my house is, right? And I have no ambitions, I have no desire to drive my vehicle on the track, right? So if I had a track-worthy vehicle, that might change, but I really don't see that happening. I really don't see, like I have no aspirations to be a race car driver. Do I like speed? Yes, right? And that's if, once again, when I get the vehicle that can, then things will change. But like right now, none of the vehicles I've owned have been race cars, right? Like even if I bought the Kia Stinger, I don't see myself taking that on the track, right? Because that's not what it's for. Could it be fun? Oh, hell yeah, right? I guarantee that shit would be fun on the track, right? And I really like the Kia Stinger, right? And it's a 4-door, right? But the no matter what Kia, they're improving. But when like I said, I like my luxury vehicles. I like fit and finish. I like quiet interior. And the Kia Stinger's not that. That's not what it's for, right? It's a sports sedan. Right? But that would be, I would love, I would love a Kia Stinger. Because the brand doesn't matter to me, right? I'd have to drive one. That's what matters most. I'll definitely have to drive one and see if I like it. Because it could be, on paper, it sounds like it's everything I want. Could be amazing. And then if I drive it and I just don't like how it drives, then, well, that's the end of that, right? Like I would never buy a vehicle without test driving it first. Except for maybe a Tesla. There's something about a Tesla that speaks to me. So, when I have the money to put money down on a future Tesla, right, I probably would. But on the same note, when I have the money to get a new vehicle, the Model Y will be out, the Model 3 is already out, the Model X is already out, the Model S is already out. And I seriously doubt there'll be anything. There's rumors of a pickup truck. Maybe we'll hear about it in 2022, in 2 years. I don't see anything of that coming concrete. Or, sorry, I forgot about the Cybertruck. All right, I forgot about the Cybertruck. I have no interest in purchasing the Cybertruck. Right, so pickup truck coming, no interest in that. Right, what I meant to say is, instead of pickup truck, another large SUV we might hear about in 2 years, but I would imagine we'd hear more about the Roadster first, right? But that's not going to be that's another thing. That's not going to be a high volume production vehicle, so I can see why they keep pushing it back, right? But yeah, if I like the Model Y, I would just get Model Y Performance. Right? Don't need the backseat option. I'm completely good with a 4-seater. Most vehicles that have the 7-seaters, which is really 6-seaters, I find the back to be pretty much a joke. Right? I have zero interest in them. Right? Like the MDX, I'd have the back seats always down. Right? I'd never use them. Right? And in the Infiniti XC80 or XC60, XC60, would never use those either, right? And then from what I've seen on the Model Y, those things would be, if I bought a used one or I got one that had those seats, I'd find out how to turn those off, period. Right? Those would never be on. Right? I would never use those things. So yeah, 4 seats, I'm good with that. Like the Ferrari FF, I think it is. That has the 4 seats. Woo! Right? With the 4 doors? Is it the FF? You guys would know. Right? That, or was it the Superfast? Is that the one with the 4 doors? Anyway, I know it's like an FF or something like that. 4 doors, 4 seats, perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But yeah, the Model S is the Tesla that I want. I want an instrument cluster. I want information behind my steering wheel or in front of me. I do not want just a screen, that's just the two main things that turn me away from the Model 3 and the Model Y. I want more than just that one single screen. They look good, right? And I would be looking to get the performance version of them, so I know they're going to be quick in a straight line. The Model 3 seems like it'll also be quick on the turns and stuff. Where I live, there's no canyon carving. I'm not going on a racetrack. So that really and truly, honestly, I could get a 1,000 horsepower Hellcat and I'll be perfectly fine, because I'm not doing any twisties. I'm not doing canyon driving. I'm not doing race car. It's just pretty much a straight line. And if I'm going onto a different road, then that's where my turns are. So I'm not worried about handling, right? But I want a comfortable ride. You know what I mean? Right? Because I'll have my SUV for the winter, right? For the crappy weather. And I want to get something that is a little more for spirited driving for the summer and for weekends. Right? But I would also like it to be, unless it's a Porsche, right? Or an AMG something, I want it to be all-wheel drive. Right? For some reason, the Porsche, right? For some reason, Porsches, even though they're rear-wheel drive, they have like some of the best, if not the best, from what I've read and seen in videos. I have zero experience driving them. It's from what I've seen from other outlets, from reviews to people commenting. From what I've seen, the Porsche is the best handling vehicle, period. I've never driven one, so I don't know. Right? But, so yeah, if I was getting one of those, right, or something that, like I said, an AMG something, right? Now there's this, I would lean heavily on the E63, which is all-wheel drive, right? Or the, what is it, the GT63S, the newest one. I believe that's the four-door all-wheel drive GT, four-seater AMG vehicle. Those are the kind of vehicles I'd be looking at. Because weather like this, it's not snowing, it is raining, and it's slippery because it's cold. So all-wheel drive, I feel like, would be the best option. I wish they did something about the lines on the road. See, in this weather, it's incredibly hard to see the lines. I know if you guys can see in the camera, it's hard to see the lines when it's rainy and dark. Even if it's just rainy, the rain with the haziness or the darker clouds, right? The lines when the roads are wet, it's almost impossible to see them. And I don't know why they don't fix that. Right? These guys are racing. The Mercedes and the Subaru, both I believe are all-wheel drive. I am too, people. But yeah, I once again, you see how they're driving? In this kind of weather, My life is way more important than driving fast. I'm not late for an appointment, right? I'm not racing somebody, which is something I wouldn't do on the streets anyway. This isn't Fast and the Furious, people. It's not TV shows, not the movies, right? I don't see the point in wasting money on tickets, right? Now, I know a lot of YouTubers, they say that the amount of money they make on a video where they get a ticket is more than is a lot more than just paying the ticket. So the video covers the cost of the ticket and they make a profit, so they don't mind. But at the end of the day, when you look at their records, that's not going to be a good sign. They'd be like, why do you have, 30 tickets in a year? Right? It's just like, that's not very smart. But to each his own. I'll still watch the videos. They can do what they want. It's their money, right? I'll never tell somebody else how to spend their money. I'll give them advice on what I think. But at the end of the day, it's your money. Right? If you want to go buy 5 cars in 5 days, it's your money. Right? I don't see the logic in it. But once again, it's your money. Right? You can do whatever you want with the money that you earn. Period. Kind of hungry. It's one of those situations where it's like, do I go home and just make something to eat? Which is since I'm trying to save up, I'm trying to save money, that's the logical thing to do. But at the same time, I'm passing all these food places, and it's like, well, I haven't been there in over a month, so if I get just one meal, it'd be nice, because it's been over a month, so I get just one little meal. It's gonna taste good. Alright. But the grind, right? You're grinding for something, right? You gotta make some sacrifices to hit your goals, right? Like I watch Omi and a Hellcat. I watch Mr. Organic. I watch Tall Guy. And every once in a while, you'll get some, more so from Omi, right? More so from Omi, but you're going to get some nuggets of wisdom. And they're talking about real stuff because they're living it. And they're physically, literally doing it. So when they tell you about, the grind and working hard and saving money and increasing your credit, that isn't bullshit. What they're talking about makes a lot of sense. Right? Because once you show that you're responsible, doors are going to open. Once you got some money in the bank, right? Doors are going to open. So I want that fast food. Another thing is I'm trying to lose weight. So the fast food is not going to help that either. But it tastes so good. It's just like, it's just so tasty. It's been over a month. I haven't had, it's been a while. It's okay. Certain places. Like last week, I went to KFC, and I went to Harvey's. Like, certain places been over a month. So it's like, it's gotta, just one meal. But I will use the willpower I have. Right? For some things, it's a lot more difficult than others. But I don't need but the thing is, one easy, simple fix is, like right now, I'm not using credit cards. If I was using credit cards, then buying things is a lot easier, right? You just pay it back in increments, or you pay it back later, right? That is how you grow credit. You got to use it to increase it, right? You just got to make sure that. One thing I didn't know, I thought that if you use your credit card, and as long as you hit your payments every month, doesn't matter if, you know, like if you're hitting the minimums every month, I figured that means you're in good credit. But what I found out is, if you're using, or if you owe over 30% of your credit, right? If you owe over 30% of credit, your credit score goes down every month because you owe over 30% of the value, which I find is bullshit. If I'm hitting every payment, if I'm making every payment on time, they tell me you pay this minimum and you're in good credit. That's how it should be. If I used 50%, 80% of my credit card, right, and it takes me 6 months to pay it off, my credit card shouldn't drop, or my credit score shouldn't drop each month just because I've actually used my credit, right? As long as I'm hitting my payments on time, the amount they asked for, why am I being penalized? Isn't that the whole point of using the money? They're getting the interest on it, right? I'm paying the interest on the money, so they're getting their money back, plus more. So why would my credit score drop? But that's how the scam works, right? So it's like I use the credit card, pay it off, right? That also doesn't help your credit score. You gotta use your credit card, pay off majority of it, and have under 30% of it owing, and keep it at that rate so your credit score skyrockets up. I'm like that. Every day is a learning experience, right? Because I figure as long as I hit every single payment, right? Because I'm not gonna lie, I've missed payments in the past. My credit score went down. So hit them up, pay over on the payments, pay over what I owe, right? Every single month, or every single month, like, you know, for the money that's owing. But because there's over 30% of the card value that's in credit, it still goes down. Like, that's bullshit. Right? That is absolute bullshit. But what can you do? Everything's designed to take your money, and it's hard to make the money, right? You gotta have money to make money, but to make money without money, it's a cycle, right? But anyway, I think I'm gonna leave the video at that. I don't even know how long it's been recording for. I think it's been over 20 minutes. And I'm almost at my destination. I don't want to get rear-ended because this guy's turning into the gas station. And there's a pickup truck right on my ass. Don't tailgate, people. It's stupid. Right? Because you hit someone from behind, it's your ass. It's your insurance that's going up. It's because you're being irresponsible. So just don't tailgate. Right now, this guy's like 6 car lengths behind me because he was tailgating me and he probably almost hit me. Which I don't need. I don't need that on a Saturday. I'm just heading home, hungry. But thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for joining me on another adventure. And you'll see me, or should I say hear me, in the next video.